Dawnstar's gone missing. I'm sure Furious Ming is very worried about his friend, although Master Li didn't seem too worried.
I hope you find Dawnstar. She was always kind, if a little strange.
Gao and Dawnstar both seem to be missing. Well, Dawnstar is missed. Gao is simply gone.
Gao is gone as well.
I suppose you are looking for Dawnstar. I'm sorry, but I haven't seen her. I'm surprised you don't know where she is. I would have thought you, if anyone, would know.
Well, I don't. I was in a cave.
Are you sure she isn't off by herself somewhere? She's always been so moody. I'm sorry, but I haven't heard or seen anything odd.
Are any of the other students missing?
Everyone's here except Gao, and he has no place here anymore. He seemed to be in a hurry as he was packing, though. Come to think of it, he was muttering threats under his breath. That's just Gao, so I didn't think anything of it.
Well, that doesn't sound too good.
I have no idea. If her garden or room is disturbed, as Jingwu said, maybe she chased the person who did it. I don't know why she didn't call an alarm, though. Goodbye. I hope you find Dawnstar. She was always nice.
She was always nice. Don't talk about her as if she's dead. Come on now.
Everyone's shouting that Dawnstar is missing. She's more responsible than most of us, which makes her running off all the more concerning. Wherever she is, I hope that she's safe.
Well, it doesn't really sound like she ran off, does it?
I'm sorry, I haven't seen or heard anything. Perhaps one of the other students can help you. Good luck in your search.
It sounds more like Gao had something to do with it.
I've heard that Dawnstar is missing. If anyone can find her, it's you. I'm not sure I know anything that will help. With the exception of Gao, everyone is here. Come to think of it, he gathered his things awfully quickly after he was expelled. Goodbye. I hope you find Dawnstar.
I heard about Dawnstar. Perhaps I can help in some small way. Fendo received some essence gems and passed a few along to me. They may be of use to you.
Essence gems.
Let's see what you can learn.
But much like his techniques, they're pretty shit. It's just +1 to body, spirit, or mind. Pretty bottom of the barrel, really. So not worth. We can sell this gem of seductive power, though, because we're never going to be able to use that.
Dawnstar wanted to be here when you left the cavern, but she's gone. If you ask me, something's wrong. I don't know where she could have gone, but Wen or Lin might have some idea. You could ask in town as well.
The town is the only place we can really go to. So we'll continue our investigations down here. Nothing around here. Dawnstar isn't where we first met her.
I couldn't believe it. He killed him with a single blow and laughed as this poor boy gasped his last.
You! Gao the Lesser did this. He was dragging some sort of sack and this boy challenged him.
Gao is up to something.
This brave young man stopped Gao and demanded to know what he was carrying.
Gao just laughed at him and tried to walk on by, but the student challenged him. Gao just shrugged, turned, and killed this poor boy in one blow.
What was in the sack that he was carrying? Was it big?
I couldn't say. It was awfully large and looked heavy, but I was watching from a ways away. We didn't want to get close to that murderer.
We hid out of sight as Gao went toward the gate out of town.
He fled town with a big sack, and Dawnstar is missing. Could it have been a person?
Possibly, but we were too far away to say for sure. If you really want to know, go catch that fiend. He was headed for the gate out of town. Gao was in a rush, but you might be able to catch him still.
Be on your guard if you truly mean to pursue him. Gao's mad with rage, as this poor lad learned too late.
Damn. Damn. Gao's got some answering to do.
I understand Dawnstar likes to be alone, but she wouldn't wander off without telling someone.
No, she wouldn't.
There you are. I've been hoping you would wander by. I hear your friend has gone missing. So sad. Very sad indeed. More importantly, my stock has arrived, braving roads dangerous with ghosts and bandits. A caravan runner just dropped off a load of supplies. What can I do for you?
A bunch of supplies. I think he's got some essence gems as well.
I haven't seen or heard anything. Someone else might have time to track you students, but I don't.
Did you see Gao pass by here? He murdered another student. Right there. The guy is on fire still.
Had I spotted the boy, I certainly wouldn't have let him go by after something like that. That's just not right, killing off one of my customers.
Your only concern is that you've lost a potential customer?
Of course not. I know there's more at stake. Someone will have to pay for the memorial, for flowers, and... yes, I see what you mean. Very sad. Come to think of it, I did hear something odd, like someone was carrying a load and not enjoying it. Maybe you should ask Gu Jin. He always watches me like a hawk. Why not others?
Maybe we should. Let's see what he has.
I just received some new items, a rare delivery that made it through. Some gems that you may be interested in.
He does have essence gems.
Have a look for yourself.
I think these are pretty shit as well, just flawed. Some inferiors, which aren't too bad. They're just for persuade skills though. And we're going to get those anyway. It's really not worth spending any silver on them.
Do you have a moment?
Yes, I do.
Oh, senior student. I wanted to thank you for your help earlier. I wasn't sure anyone would come down to our little circle of houses when the bandits attacked. It's out of the way, so I'd almost given up hope.
I was glad to help.
And I was glad to see you. Though, there's the small matter of my chest.
Oh.
Which is to say, its contents were not there. The bandits had taken almost everything I had, but I know it was still there when, well, when you arrived. It was rather full of silver. A life savings, you know. Would you happen to know what happened?
Oh dear. Well, we did loot that chest. I'm really sorry. You can have it back.
Such generosity! I was thinking that while the silver is mine, you deserve a reward for all your good work. What say you to half of the silver that was in that chest?
No. That's your life savings. You probably need it more than I do.
Thank you so much. I will never forget this. The whole village is talking about you, and it's richly deserved. Good day to you.
Good day to you too. When we gain open palm, we also don't need the money, so it's not a big deal. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. How much do we have? About 2,000. We'll get enough essence gems that we can sell that will just replenish our money.
You look like you have something on your mind. What's the matter?
Money in this game isn't quite as plentiful as things like Mass Effect though. You know, in Mass Effect you end up with an absolute shit ton of money and all you really spend it on is the Master Gear weapons. In KOTOR we ended up with a ton of money with nothing to spend it on either. This game is a bit more balanced with it. You do have to actually sell some things to be able to afford some of the good stuff we're going to buy. Gao has killed a student and now Dawnstar is missing. And he probably kidnapped her, let's face it.
Gao killed someone? And I let him go past here without questioning him? I'm an old fool. I wished I'd looked to see what he was dragging. He was heading towards the gate. The only place he could get to on foot is the swamp. That bog is full of bandits, and who knows what else. Despite that, it still seems the most likely place. He'll be slowed down by that load. You could still catch him if you hurry.
I will. And you can exchange your weapon, but I'm not going to.
Good luck to you.
I'll be having none of that spear nonsense. I'll have my OP sword instead. Hello, bandits. Oh. R.I.P.
It's a bit of a shame what happened to the guard here. The fool got in the way of Gao the Lesser.
He didn't even know how to fight.
The young master thought you might come after him, so he left us here to slow you down. You were lucky against those bandits, but we're not so easy to push around.
Oh, it wasn't luck. It wasn't luck. My quarrel is with Gao, not you men.
If you're quarreling with Gao, you're crossing us. Gao the Greater makes sure his son is well protected. Very well protected. We'll do more than slow you down.
Oh. Oh. Hi, guys. Ugh. Hitting me before the screen has even faded in. The usual Jade Empire bullshit. Let's have some long swords. Cut them down a bit. Make it a bit more manageable. None of that, thanks. You've got a spear. Let's jump into you. And carve through you. Do you see what I mean about the longsword being like activating easy mode? It's just a bit OP. Let's have a bit of fun with you.
Heavenly wave.
Oh.
Boom!
Oh, my head feels like a war drum, and the battle did not go in the Empire's favor.
Hey, he's not dead.
What happened? I was speaking with Gao, that spoiled little noisy cricket. He hit me without cause.
Oh, he had cause. He murdered a student on the way here.
That repulsive... I wish I'd known ahead of time. You know, before he hit me. Gate guards, we're an unappreciated lot. I'm sorry about that, student. I truly am.
You already said that you weren't a fighter, so you probably couldn't have done anything about it. Did he have Dawnstar with him?
I didn't see her. He was dragging a large sack, and I asked if he needed help.
That's a yes, then.
He said no, just the key to the gate, and then he conjured this ball of flame around his hand. I don't really remember what happened next. I might have passed out. No one's ever threatened me before.
Well, I'm glad you're not dead.
There's only one place he could have gone if he left the village. The path leads past the fields to the swamps. What did he do? Why would he resort to attacking me just to leave the village?
He's kidnapped Dawnstar.
What? That arrogant whelp? I trust you're following him to put him in his place.
I am.
Go on. Why waste time talking to me? Get moving.
Indeed. We've lost a bit of focus. It's barely worth coming back here. Barely worth. But let's do it anyway. We haven't used a focus shrine before, I don't think. A health orb. Let's just clear this. Pursue Gao to the marshes. Here we go. And here we are.
Quit crying, fool, or we will gut you like a carp.
Like a carp?
My poor Fen, what have you done to her?
Who's there? More of Gao's soldiers? I'm through hiding.
More of Gao's soldiers? So these are just regular bandits. Fucking spears. Spears. Hate you. Kapow. There is a guy here who's being threatened. I think there's a spirit font around here. There is. And a bamboo cask. That's it. side quest.
Gone. She's gone. They took her away, my beautiful Fen, my flower of the fields.
You might recognize this guy's voice.
Please, my name is Hing, and you must help me. My Fen is so delicate, she will chafe under a bandit's yoke.
He's got the same voice as Conrad Werner in Mass Effect. Tell me what happened.
We were traveling to 2 rivers. I bring goods between the farms that line the valley. I knew we were getting too close to the marshes. Why was I so foolish? Of course these thieves would strike at my beautiful Fen.
So he's lost someone as well.
I can't leave without her. They'll work her to death or eat her or worse. Can you do anything? Please?
Or eat her? Ew. Cannibals? If I see her, I'll do what I can.
I thank you, and my Fen will thank you when she is returned to me. My precious flower of the fields, I can't leave without her.
I can't leave without her. Hunt down Fen's kidnappers, the flower of the fields. What do we have here?
I am no common bandit. I've been hunted by far worse than you.
Squelch.
Hold your attack, young student. I am not your enemy. This was a misunderstanding.
Really now? How do you know that I am a student?
I have tried very hard to go unnoticed, but I also need to eat. I've been on the outskirts of your village once or twice to trade goods. I saw you training. My name is Zhu. I have been called Sagacious Zhu, if you prefer a title. It's a name I share with the first emperor, Sagacious Tien.
Nice. I don't picture a thoughtful and perceptive emperor fighting in a swamp.
I see your point. There are differences. Tien was a knowledgeable man, whereas I feel that a person can sometimes think too much. I don't believe I need to explain myself beyond that.
I'm not going to ask you to. Someone was taken from the village by Gal the Lesser.
No wonder you came out here as you did. You're looking to rescue someone. You probably gave no thought to your own safety. That is very selfless of you. I tend to think more efficiently. I did hear something about a camp. They seem to be killing bandits so they won't be disturbed. There wasn't much more. I just wanted some peace and quiet.
Can you lead me in the right direction?
No, I'm not interested in looking for trouble. I'm sorry, but I have my reasons. As bad as this is, you're better off without my help.
Are you sure? Well, if you see a student named Dawnstar, at least show her how to get out of here.
Dawnstar? I am familiar with that name. But I still can't. I've spent a long time avoiding trouble. I don't want to go looking for it now. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Wait. Dawnstar, your friend should not suffer because of my reluctance. A group of men went to the north. They had a large pack that was giving them trouble. That may be where their camp is. There's no way to leave the marsh in that direction. Not on foot, anyway. I will show you. It is easy to get lost.
You certainly changed your mind when I mentioned Dawnstar's name.
I can refuse some fool determined to get lost in the swamp, but I doubt your friend earned her fate. Gal the Lesser shouldn't get such a prize without a fair fight. Now come, we have some catching up to do. We'll find them. Like I said, they can't get out in that direction. Not on foot.
Okay, your assistance is welcome.
I will try not to make you regret it. Your task is probably complicated enough as it is. Let's go. The main camp is to the north, but there are soldiers all around this area. If you want to find trouble, let's do it quickly.
Follow again, Sagacious Zoo. I don't believe Sagacious Zoo... Oh, he does have a support style. You deal extra damage with weapons. I'm just going to keep him on attack. One of the rare people that I do. Nothing else. Hunt down Fenn's kidnappers and a camp to the north. We have to find... Well, there are two ways that we can go. First, I'm going to look around here. I think there's just this scroll stand. Ogres. Lovely. Although there might be some bones. Yes, there are some bones. 32 silver. Not particularly rich bones. So there are two ways. That way and that way. I think Zoo is going to say something.
Your quarry has based himself in the north. There are paths right and left, but I doubt one is any safer than the other.
They're not. This way you fight, I think, 2 bandits on the way to the camp. We're going to go that way and fight them anyway. This way is the way to the Flower of the Fields. We can see some bandits just right there. I always go this way.
Shouldn't killing outlaws yield some good silver? All I found is this troublesome creature, and she won't do a thing I say. Her last keeper trained her too well. If we can't get any work out of her, I want her cut and carved for tomorrow. If I have to be out here on Gao's little errand, at least I can be well fed.
Ew.
Look out! It must be more bandits! Get them!
Do I look like a bandit to you? Well, maybe, I don't know. I guess bandits might have bare chests and big tattoos. Maybe. 2 spears. Oh, and Zoo has a spear as well, so that's 3. A spear on my side. Gross. Let's use ice shards. So with the power attack, you can freeze enemies. Boom. Nice teamwork.
Thank you for saving me. I was getting tired of catering to these fools. I thought I was saved when they killed the bandits that raided my husband's wagon, but these soldiers were no better. You have my gratitude.
You're welcome. I presume you are Fen.
Fen? You have come this far for Fen. Did Hing send you here without even mentioning my name?
Oh dear, this will be unpleasant for someone.
I am Singhua. These animals made me cook for them, clean up their filth. And Hing sent you for the flower. I will kill him.
Awkward. You want the Flower of the Fields?
No, but she is here. Oh yes, just over here. Let me present her to you. Fen, come!
Fen, my flower! You are safe. I knew this great fighter would save you. I couldn't leave without you. The cart needs your strength to pull it.
Oh, Conrad.
I am safe as well, Hing. Or did you forget I was missing?
Oh, there you are, my dear. I'm glad you did not come to harm.
But you are more concerned about the ox, I see.
Have either of you seen a man named Gao?
Gao? One of the soldiers said someone with that name is at a camp to the far north. Of course, he may have been speaking of someone more important. Perhaps the camp goat.
I prayed for your safe return, dear, but the cart will not move itself.
You will be lucky if I don't make you pull it while the ox rides. She is clearly important enough. Come, leave any of our stolen silver as reward for our savior. I value my own life at least that much. Someone has to.
Yes, dear.
Do I have to slaughter that thing for you to show me some attention?
No, dear.
Are you lying again?
No, dear.
Are you listening to me?
No, dear.
Moo indeed. So that is the Flower of the Fields complete.
It looks like the soldiers have taken control from the bandits who normally rule here. I'm not sure it's an improvement.
Neither am I. So if we go into our journal, you can press filter here. That will change this. This is all active quests. You can change it to active main story quests. We've just got the search for Dawnstar. Active subquests is just Iron Palm right now, and then all completed quests. So we have done all of these. We just completed the Flower of the Fields. And it gives you a summary of how it turned out.
Look! More bandits creeping into the...
So we just showed the power attack of Ice Shard. The regular attack is just firing some ice. This is the area attack, which didn't do anything. Ah, there we go. I'm not a great fan of it, to be honest. The power attack is pretty nice, but they have to be standing still. It fires out in a straight line. It doesn't lock onto them. Ice Shard is nice for fighting ghosts, though. Let's just get rid of these guys. Sandwiched.
What? Who? No, wait. I don't want any more trouble. Yes, I can do that. Whatever you want.
Where is Dawnstar?
Who? The woman. She got loose from the sack and ran into the cave. Would have been safer out here with us.
That cave is home to both toad demons and ogres, and both are in a foul temper from fighting over the space. Running in there is like moving from the claws to the fangs.
Oh dear.
We refused to go after her, so Gao went himself.
I get the feeling she can take care of herself, though. Why did he kidnap Dawnstar?
I don't know. He just said it was very important that he get her tonight. He brought a few groups of us over for it.
Suspicious.
We didn't take her. We made Gao do that himself. I know we shouldn't have let him talk us into any of this, but he doubled our pay. It was just one woman. Compared to some things, well, all I'll say is that this wasn't the worst thing done by a Gao lately.
That doesn't really excuse it. What do you mean?
Look, that's all I can say. Just let me go. I won't be any more trouble for you. If I go back to Gao's father, I'll be killed as a failure.
A reasonable punishment. Gao has some things right.
By my grandfather, I won't get in your way again, I swear.
Fine, you can go.
You are far too generous with your mercy.
Thank you. You won't see me again.
Open palm. We lost quite a lot of chi doing that, because I was using Ice Shard. One of these has a trap. It's this one. Just for 35 silver. Cool. This is the other way that we could have gone.
What is this? More bandits, but coming from the camp? Gao...
It's just these two guys. This is why I prefer to just clear these up last. The other way leads to the side quest. That's it. So it's easy just to do that last. Now we want to head this way into the cave. Here we are. It's pretty cool, isn't it? Glowing mushrooms. Vape Nation. Or Vape Empire, I suppose. There's Gao's Dire Flame style. That's the fire style that we could have chosen instead of Ice Shard.
Now look what you've made me do. I've collapsed the way out. When I catch you, woman, you will be sorry.
It's always someone else's fault, isn't it, Gao? This is your mess. I didn't make you kidnap me.
Your friend is doing a good job of frustrating Gao into carelessness. That will work in your favor, but it also means we have to follow them by a different route.
A different route?
Be careful. That means fresh enemies for us. These caves harbor strange creatures.